There's no place I'd rather be than right here. There's no place I'd rather be than right here. Mask is uncomfortable. That won't work. There's no place I'd rather be than right here, right now. Good evening. I hope you guys are good. I guess it's time. I don't know what the hell I was just doing. I was just messing around. I've been messing around for like about an hour trying to figure out what I was going to do, but I wasn't in the mood. I wasn't getting in the mood to do anything. I almost called the whole thing off just like that. It has not been an easy week. Has it been an easy week for you? Because it has not been an easy week for me. It's been crazy. But I'm glad to see all of you are here. A quick hello to everyone. Hi, Jim, May, Steve, Eric, Stephen, Joe, Maragui, Mike, Lisette, Jessica, and Emilio's here, Wendy. So awesome, man. I'm so happy and so thankful and grateful to have you all here. So I'm gonna make it special. We're not gonna talk about election crap. I don't want to get into all the politics stuff. I'm not gonna do any of that tonight. Um, I may say buy Bitcoin, but that's about it. That's about as far as I'll get into it. Okay. Um, no, tonight it's Friday, and of course, if there's any news, feel free to pop it into the chat because I haven't been watching, so I don't know what's going on. I've decided to avoid that, as it were, so that I could have a nicer evening with you guys. Um, tonight's going to be weird because, well, the lights aren't working. Oh, they're working now. There we go. So yeah, I wasn't kidding. I'm in my jammies. Yes, in my jammies. I'm having my tea. As you can see, I'm having my tea here. Cold, but tea nonetheless, with lemon, of course. No vino for me tonight. So, I think that's Robert. Robert's saying that he was on the news today about the album we did together. What are you talking about there, buddy? You might want to share a link if there's a link. Yes, Matagui, I do know this. I do. I do. I just like saying both because you're on Twitch and at the same time you're on Facebook. So I say hi to both aspects of you. See, that paid off, that comment. So yeah. So Robert's mentioning the Numbers covered album. Yeah, I didn't see any new stuff today because I wasn't on. Most of the day I wasn't on. When I do my writing, it's usually in the morning. And this week I've been doing a lot of writing because I haven't. I don't know. I'm in a funk this week. Everything. I guess it's because of the election stuff, and at the same time, the weather's changed, so my normal routine's all messed up this week. So nothing that I expected to get done got done, which makes me kind of disappointed in myself. But I can use the excuse, right? Everything's messed up, so I could use a break and give myself a pat on the back. But tonight, what I'm gonna do is focus on other people doing my stuff so that I don't have to play my stuff. Although it is my stuff, but you know what I mean. I thought I'd try something a little different. So tonight it's going to be all about other bands covering anythingbox. So I think I'm going to start with something you're not expecting, but this goes back some time. So let me explain before I play anything. Most of these things are going to appear on the tribute record that's coming out, which is really nice. These bands got together to do a tribute record to help me when I was doing my surgery and stuff in it. And honestly, that was a really amazing gesture. And then COVID hit. So I don't know where we're at exactly yet, but some of the songs that I'm going to play, or most of the songs I'm going to play tonight, are from that record. Which I think Randall is here, so he can give updates to you guys as to when. I think partially it's my fault because I have to do some artwork for it, and that's coming. But I think it's going to be fun. And but this particular track that I'm going to play is not on that record. This is actually from a band called Carol Masters. And this was Rui's project. And Billy, of course, singing. And we got to do a gig with them when we went back to Jersey, and I believe this was 1990. And they did a really nice cover of this abox song that most people don't know, which is funny because you're going to hear a cover of a song that we ourselves never actually officially released. So this should be interesting. So I'm going to play that, and I'll turn the overheads on. I still forgot to turn on some lights, so I'll do that, and then I'll come back, and then we'll chat some more. I'll check out your comments too. But here it is, Carol Masters doing Heaven. that version. Oops. First I hit the mic, then I forget to turn it back on. Okay. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Um, so that was Heaven by Carol Masters. And I believe that was 1990. Rui may correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was 1990, or 91 maybe. So Rui had done a really good remix of an Electrodelica track, and I gotta bring that up. That's interesting. I have to play that some other time if I didn't already, but I need to because I think I have it somewhere. But always loved this version, and I got to see them play it live, which was even cooler. So it's really cool watching another band do your song and do it way different than you. So it's a cool experience, actually. So a couple of people asked me if I've ever re-recorded it. No, I've never re-recorded it, but I have done it live. So there is a version that we play live, and there is a version that's a demo, of course, and that will come out. I'm working on that. I'm almost done with that one. It's just logistics with that stuff. I don't want to mix too many things up. I've got too much going on, and I don't want to mix that up. But and I just realized just by looking at my tracks here that I yet again forgot something. So I may have to go and load something up that I forgot. But so we're gonna do more tracks from different bands. So this one is also an older one. And this was done by someone that I know and highly respect, both as an engineer, especially as a mastering engineer. Of course, I'm talking about Brian from Color Theory. And he did this version of I Felt the Pain. Now, I was not sent this one today, so I don't know that this is the exact same version. That's the one that's on the tribute, but it is a version that I like a lot. And it's probably one of the first abox covers, I want to say. I would put Rui's at the very first cover, and I would probably say this is the second, now that I think of it. But Randall says we love Brian. Yeah, I love Brian. Brian's a great guy. We used to have interesting chats way back when Paula and I used to go and hang out with him in Long Beach, in Huntington Beach. It was fun. He runs a blog now. He still does Color Theory. And Color Theory's gone more into a synthwave side, which is interesting to me because I believe it was Brian's. I think he said this himself, but I believe it. I think he found his niche. I think that's like the perfect spot for him. So anyway, I'm going to play this, and it's called, of course, I Felt the Pain. And
there's been a lot of talking from the town where I come from. All my friends are saying things which make me doubt sincerity. What is the meaning of a truth or a lie? What is the meaning of the things we feel inside? felt the pain. Whenever you smile, whenever you cry, I felt the pain. Whenever you smile, whenever you cry, in looking at your eyes, the feeling of love swells within my soul. Every word that I say has no meaning when you turn away. Why do I stay here when I feel this way? Why do I need to see you on my darkest day? I felt the pain. Whenever you smile, whenever you cry, felt the pain. Whenever you smile, whenever you cry, I felt the pain. Whenever you smile, whenever you cry, I felt the pain. Whenever you smile, whenever you cry, I can see a little boy reminding me of who I was. I can see a little girl, she looks like you. Whenever you smile, whenever you cry, whenever you smile, whenever you cry, I felt the pain. Whenever you smile, whenever you cry, I felt the pain. Whenever you smile, whenever you cry.
That was I Felt the Pain by Color Theory. Really cool version. I actually like that thing that he does in the beginning where he distorts the voice. I'm like, damn, that was a good idea. It's funny. But yeah, no, it's a very strange feeling to hear someone else do your stuff, because on one hand you might say like, wow, I wouldn't have done it that way, I would have done it this way, but then it's like, it's not me. And then it's like, wow, but it's my songs. And it's a cool thing, man. I'm like so grateful that people even thought to do such a thing. Honestly, starting out, I can tell you that I never thought about stuff like that. I never thought like someone would one day cover me or anything like that. That's so weird to me. Like, it's so cool. So I have another one here. So this one, the next one I'm going to play is a little odd, because I actually did not know this band was involved with this compilation, and I really love this band. So this one's strange because I'm going to hear it for the first time with you. I have not heard it at all. I mean, I heard the beginning of it because I had to trim it to put it into the, Ableton, but I didn't hear it all the way through. I just heard the very first 4 bars, and I was like, oh, it looks exciting. So I have no idea what to expect. But I gotta tell you, this one's one of those, So hold on, let me give you some insight here. So on this compilation, and I'm not saying that we're going to play all of them tonight because we're not. Only a select few. I asked for enough to cover our hour because that's what I need for tonight. But on this compilation, in order, we've got Eloquent, Cosmicity, Christopher Anton, T for Two, Freeze Pop, People Theater, Color Theory, of course, Mind Machine, Darwin I never can say that right. MCD. I hope I said that right, Darwin. The Royal Visionaries. I love the Royal Visionaries too. Pacific Deep, which I've never heard of before. Mind Mod. I can't say that one either. Mind Bottle? Skia, Apathy in Motion, MDA, Donna Jean and People Theater, Positronic, Digital, Channel 69. It's amazing how much cool stuff is on here. And I haven't heard all of it. I've only heard a few things. But this particular thing that I'm going to play, I don't know if it's because I hadn't noticed it, but I did not know Freeze Pop had done a song on this record. And I've seen Freeze Pop a couple of times when they played here in California. I really liked them. I thought they were really, really cool, and I thought they were amazing live. So to have them do a cover is quite an honor. So I'm going to play that one next. And they chose a cool song, meaning one of my favorites. It's not like, I don't know how to explain this. There's hits. This is not a hit, but it's one of those songs where I just love this song. So I love the way they started it. I have no idea where it's going to go, but I just liked what I heard. So as far as the rest of the song, I'm listening to it for the first time with you. So this is The Ravine by Freeze Pop. So thank you, Freeze Pop. Thank you so much for doing this, by the way.
I would go anywhere
Wow. That was awesome, man. I heard that for the first time, just like you did. That was awesome. Oh boy. I know what I'm going to be listening to all day tomorrow. Um, that was awesome. Oh my God. So I did not pick the 6 songs from tonight, other than, of course, Carol Masters and Color Theory. So the other ones, um, I asked to be surprised. So I had no idea what was coming. And I had purposely chosen not to listen to some of the covers that had been done because I didn't want to be that guy because I knew that it was really easy for someone to say, well, what do you think, Claude? And if I said anything, they might change something. So I didn't want to have any influence over what their artistic decisions were. I wanted to be just let them do what they do, and hope for the best, of course. So that blew me away. Um, and this one that I'm going to play next is another one that I've only heard a piece of. I think maybe, Jim, you played it on your show, but in all honesty, I think I walked away on purpose because I didn't want to hear most of the covers. I'm telling you, I was trying to avoid, being that guy. So this one is by Eloquent, which I had the pleasure of playing with when I did Colorado, which was amazing. And I still miss those shows so much. I've been thinking a lot about the Seattle show, the Colorado show, the El Paso show, and all the Texas shows from, 2019. They've been like kind of haunting me lately. So for me, this just brings back memories. So this is Eloquent. And I think they might appear twice on this thing, but this one, I heard just the opening notes and I was like, oh, wow, this sounds like it's going to be really good too. So this is Eloquent doing Every Single Day. And again, it's so strange to hear anyone do your own stuff. Also because of the lyrical content, you're taken back to the story in a different way. Because when I sing something, I'm in the story in my own way. When I hear someone else sing it, I'm actually reinterpreting the story in their way. So it's really a cool way to get a different perspective on yourself. Let someone else do your music. So if you're a band, I would encourage you to give other bands chances to cover you because it's a very interesting thing. So I'm going to be listening to this one, though, pretty much for the first time because I think I've only heard like 4 bars of this. So Every Single Day, Eloquent. Oh, God. Am I doing that again?
missing my love? Don't you suffer, don't you worry anymore. Every single day, I'll give you my heart, I'll give you my soul. Every single day, I'll give you my heart, I'll give you my soul. I'll give you my heart, I'll give you my soul. I'll give you my heart, I'll give you my soul. Every single day, I'll give you my heart, I'll give you my soul. Every single day, I'll give you my heart, I'll give you my soul.
That was eloquent, doing every single day. And you know what? That I'm telling you, man, these things are wow. I'm like so grateful. Um, I'm just like, wow, speechless, man. Good job, you guys. Good job. Um, this is amazing. Um, I'm like, it's like I don't know what to play next now because they all look so. Now I'm like, oh my god. Okay, all right. I'll calm down. Or maybe I won't. So this one came out a few days ago. So I know it's on the compilation, but this one was released. So this one wound up getting an earlier release. So this is, of course, well, not of course, you don't know what I'm going to play yet, unless you know about this. But so this one comes from T for Two, which of course I've done lots of gigs last year and the year before that. So again, missing the gigs, man. So every time I hear these bands that I've played with last year or the year before, it breaks my heart. But this is T for Two doing Life is Fun. And I was like, I didn't know what to expect. And I spoke to Will on the phone 2 nights ago, and we were, just talking smack on each other, basically. But you guys did a really amazing job on this. So this one I have heard because obviously it came out, and then I went to go listen to it, of course. So I'm going to tell you, man, again, it's interesting, the different variations of things. What I like about this one is the computery side of it. That reminds me a little bit of Gary Newman. So it's like, wow. So anyway, here it is. Life is Fun. T for Two. Life is Fun. Uh-oh.
Don't you know that the rain is gonna fall and that it's beautiful? What you see can remind you of a lover, and it's wonderful. Just when you want to let it go, everything in you knows all the world is at your feet again.
practical. So it has for a million years or so, and that is magical. Just when the days seem much too long, feel the open air. Let the sun reach out to you again. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody loves somebody. Don't you know by now that life is fun? Life is fun. Life is fun. Life is fun. Life is fun. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody loves somebody. Don't you know by now that life is fun? Life is fun. Life is fun. Life is fun. Life is fun.
Whoa, that was awesome. That was way awesome. Oh my God. That was cool. Someone wrote, they did a great job of keeping the spirit of the original while putting their own touch on it. Yes, they did. That was amazing, man. Um, yeah, you guys are going to have to send me those tracks so I can do that version live. Joking. Um, but I really, really like that a lot. Very good job, man. Oh my God. I'm like flabbergasted that this has actually happened. I can't believe it, to be honest with you. Um, Considering all the stuff that's happened this year, like, wow. So, anyway, before we continue, um, I just wanted to say or ask you guys, how is everyone doing? Is everybody doing all right? Like, are you freaking out? Is the weight freaking you out the way it's freaking me out? I think that every couple of hours I go through a weird sort of freak out, which is kind of funny. Because it doesn't matter really, right? Because in the end, we're gonna just do whatever our lives are gonna go back to normal. So, so I'm not trying to be political here. I'm trying to be psychological, which is, yeah, it's a big strain this week. So I'm sure that everybody's, Maya says just waiting. Exactly. Just the wait alone is being a stressor. So I haven't been able to do anything this week. Honestly, I sit either glued to it or I've been doing research on things and then trying to, uh, progress on whatever projects I've got going on, which for me, it's usually a lot. And yes, trust me, there's a lot of projects. And I'm trying to find time to do a little bit of all of them per day because that's how I roll. Like I know that I can't dedicate the entire day to one particular project because I know that it makes me crazy. So I'll have to they're all interconnected in some way. So I have to work on a piece of that one to finish a piece of this one and then go back. So it's been a little tough. But I've been thinking of speaking of projects. So tell me what you think about this or give me some ideas here. Um, so I've been writing a lot and I don't mean just music. I've been writing. And I've been thinking about doing another podcast. So obviously we have the stream, and that's cool. I'm gonna keep doing that if you guys want me to. Um, Next week, it was supposed to be this week, but with elections and some new mandates and shutdowns on our side here in California, unfortunately, couldn't do the rehearsal stuff this week, which I really wanted to. But if I'm lucky, I'll get to do that next week, which is go to rehearsal, actually rehearse, and I can't wait to be in a room where I can be loud again and play music loud and sing my ass off and practice for 2 hours because I really need to do that. Especially now that all the surgery stuff's done. I don't know if I told you that, but it's all done now. Everything's done. It's just me getting used to it all. And all it's going to take is practice, of course. So I need to focus on practice. So next week, I'm going to see if I can book some practice time. So that's something I've been thinking about doing more of then, because then I can do shows. Although shows are going to be different, I may do some live transmissions from various clubs or something. It's something I'm talking to a few people about. So even though you can't go to a show right now, you may be able to literally see a show being played at a venue, but I'm probably going to be the only person at that venue. So there's a few venues that I have in mind for that. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm definitely, that's on my list of things to do. But getting back to the podcast thing, one of the reasons why I like doing podcasts is because I can speak my mind on certain issues, teach things to people, whatever value that has. Some people will say you're not teaching us anything, but it's a way of expressing oneself. So I thought about doing a podcast, but I'm not sure what angle I want to tackle, but I know that I feel the need to. So if you have ideas for that, we can talk. So feel free to put it in the not on this chat because obviously this is going to disappear, but the Facebook one or the YouTube one, leave some comments there so I can catch it. And while I'm saying this, if you are on YouTube or if you're not watching me on YouTube, it is so important for me to get to 10,000 subscribers this year, because I keep bugging YouTube about merch because I want to be able to put shirts on YouTube and limited edition things and Bandcamp links that are right on the videos, but they won't let me do it until I hit 10,000 subscribers. So any shares that you can give and subscribe if you haven't, that'll really help me out. So, or if you have ideas for a push, let me know, because I need to focus on that a little bit. I haven't been because obviously I do this thing, and sometimes it takes 2 or 3 days to settle in my brain what I'm going to do for Friday. And between that, the art planning and the other projects, I just forget to do like really weird promos for YouTube and stuff. That's why you don't see a lot of flyers for even the Quaranstreams anymore. I just don't have the time. So I have to kind of shift gears so I can do a little bit of everything every day. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? But that and so much more. But anyway, yes, I do stretch myself quite thin sometimes, but I have to, because my brain never stops. It's severely damaged in that way. It's like, oh, this is green. Oh, that's red. Oh, I can paint that. I should record that song. I should code that. That's my brain every day, all the time. So so this is who you're listening to on a Quaranstream, this crazy person. But anyway, this song. So again, this one I only heard a little piece of, but I really like this one a lot. This, sorry, because I'm going to forget who did this one. Okay, sorry. I have notes. because I haven't been listening to these. So this one, again, I only heard a piece of it, loved it, decided to not listen to it when it was played because I didn't want to get myself wrapped up in it. But this is also from a band that I love quite a bit. Um, uh, this is Cosmicity, and they did a rendition of Blue Little Rose, which is really, all I heard was just a few bars, and I already loved it. So I'm gonna play it, and I'll get to listen to the whole thing with you. Um, but so you know, they also had turned in a really good remix of Fast Forward, and now that I think of it, I'm going to have to play that one next week, I think. So, because it's a really good remix. Um, but we'll get into that topic when we come back because obviously there's some other news about vinyl and things like that. And, I'm sure some people are like, well, what happened to this project? And so I want to clear the air on some of that stuff. But this is Cosmicity doing Blue Little Rose. And here we go, me old son.
Blue little rose, you are crying. I am trying to let you know that I love you so. Sweet little rose, let your petals sway on your lonely days. Hear the wind of my heart. I can help you see what it's like to be taken from the garden where you grew up with me. I can set you free if you'll just run to me. All the thorns will go away if you'll stay with me, little rose. All the thorns will go away if you'll stay with me, little rose. All the thorns will go away if you'll stay with me, little rose.
Wow. Wowza. Oh my God. Wow. I'm like sitting here just like taking this in. Like, wow. Great job, Mark. Great job. That was excellent. So I don't know where to go from here. I'm like, wow. So I hope you're enjoying this. If you're tuning in, these are mostly because there's one thing I'm going to play where I am singing on it, but we'll get to that in a second. Well, not in a second, but you'll. Um, so yeah, we're listening mostly to bands that covered abox, um, and that was Cosmicity doing Blue Little Rose, and a flippin' amazing job. So, I mean, everything I've heard thus far, everyone did such an amazing job on it. It's crazy to me. Crazy. JP says, "Man, I was wanting more of those ending beats." Me too. It was funny. I wanted it almost to just keep going, and I was just going to start jamming. I swear to God. Those were my thoughts on that. But so we were talking about my projects that are coming up, and some that have kind of fallen through the wayside. One of the really difficult things that didn't happen. It's like, I swear, every single time this was supposed to happen, it didn't happen. But I'm talking, of course, of the fast forward remixes and all that. Do you know that I got literally about 36 remixes for that song? And some of them were amazing. Amazing. And it became almost too daunting for me to choose. So, of course, what do? I decide to do a record with Mikey because he's got a label that he's starting called Jersey Wave. And he's like, why don't you do Dead Stars and we'll put it out on vinyl? And I'm like, let's have a remix contest, which we've initiated. And some of the remixes are starting to come in already. And I'm like thinking, didn't I go through this last time, not being able to choose? But this time, luckily, I think we're only going to choose one. So that's going to be hard enough as it is. But then at least it's one. On the last one, we were going to literally put out, I think it was 6 of them. And it was hard to take 6 out of 36 or whatever the heck the number was in the end. It was some crazy number. But I am going to focus on that a little more too, because some of those remixes were really good and they deserve to be heard. So I'm trying to figure it out because there's a bunch of weird things happening with Spotify. And I've been hesitant to put anything on Spotify until some of the weird things that they've been doing lately iron themselves out. One of the things they've done, which I don't know if you heard about this in the last few days, is that now you actually, for them to recommend you in their algorithm, you have to give up another cut in your royalty. They're kind of treating it like an ad. In other words, they're saying, we'll push you more if you take less. And it's like, you already pay us nothing. So on one hand, I'm okay with it in that I'm thinking of doing a promo and I know exactly what to do it with. Since I'm not making royalties on certain items on Spotify, I'll push that and I'll say, you don't have to pay me royalties on those. We'll see how Sony likes that. But I have a feeling that's what I'm going to do. And I just revealed a hand. Oh my God. That's okay. But I do want to release those fast forward remixes. I just don't know that it's going to happen on Spotify like I planned. So we'll see what happens with those because some of them were really good and they deserve to come out. So anyway, I digress. But see, all those projects, and I still want to do a podcast. Why? Why do I want to? Because at least 1 hour a day, I know that I can sit down with a recorder and record something. But I'm thinking that once I start rehearsing and getting more into the groove of, I know you're probably saying to yourself, if you can't get into the groove of the new normal now, the year's almost over. I know, but you know how it's been. It's like every time you think something's going to change, something else happens. Like I literally woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning with sirens outside my house today. And I've heard sirens outside my house and around the neighborhood all flipping day today. So I don't even know what the heck is going on out there. Um, and I haven't been out to the lagoon in the entire week, which for me is like it kills me not to go outside. So I feel like I'm being locked up again. So this week I was a little stir crazy, but once my organizational skills kick in, because I do have some, because obviously if I didn't, I couldn't do all this and have 3 cameras rolling and stuff. I make mistakes, but you got to give it to me. I do make it happen. So it is tough to organize your brain and figure out all the different projects, but I am getting to some sort of groove. I think it'll be easier once we know which guy is in there, and then I can just like move on from that. Right now it's kind of holding me in there, you know. But let's see. What are you saying here? Fega just said Front 42 did a double CD release of Headhunter covers. Yeah, I don't know that I want to do that though. There's something about like releasing something with 30 remixes of the same song that doesn't appeal. But I think that a few here and there would be apropos. So who knows? Maybe one of those remixes will wind up on that 12-inch of Dead Stars. Who knows? But some of the remixes that came in for Dead Stars so far, honestly, one of them was so cool that I'm going to play it tonight. And I'm not supposed to, but I'm going to. Because I really liked it. I was like, whoa, what an interpretation. And that's a different thing about remixes. They're almost like covers, except now I'm singing on it. So that's an interesting point for me too, because sometimes there'll be a key change or they'll change something up that I wouldn't have done. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, I'm going to play the next song now. This, oh my God, this song. Let's see. Who did this one? I keep messing this up. Okay. Sorry, there's a long list, so I have to make sure I don't say someone's name and then like give credit to the wrong band. Someone will go, yay, and another person will be really sad. That's not nice. And believe it or not, I try to be nice. Sometimes I can't be nice, but I try to be nice. So Imminent Soul, they did this next one. And this one is one that I did here. And I fell in love with this one right off the bat. So you already know I like it. But it's one that I thought, I don't think anyone who does this is going to get it right. Like this was my thought. Like once I started hearing covers, and this is like years ago, I thought this. I was like, if someone ever tried to do this song, I think they'll get it wrong. And he did not get it wrong. He got it quite right. And I think the reason that happens is that, as I said before, when I'm doing a song, it evokes certain emotions from me. So when I'm hearing someone else doing it, I'm reinterpreting my own story through them. And this one threw me for a loop because I realized we never play this song live. We never do. I don't think we ever have. So it almost made me jealous, jealous that this version exists, that it's so cool, and we still haven't done our version live once. Like we haven't even played it out. So that kind of made me a little jealous, to be honest. But it's a great version. This is Imminent Soul. Yeah, that's you, Jim. You're turning red right now. Just think about tacos. But this is Imminent Soul doing Hope. And take it away, Mule-san.
you seen me praying in this factory? No one here to see me smiling at the heavens. Everybody here is breathing, everybody here is hoping. Can you feel the love grow? Everybody here is dreaming, everybody here is calling. Can you feel the love flow?
Peace, love, worth, hope. Peace, love, worth, hope.
You will see the sky spread before your eyes, so blue and like an ocean. A sea of hope is here, just to help you walk as we cross the distance. Everybody here is breathing, everybody here is hoping. Can you feel the love grow? Everybody here is dreaming, everybody here is calling. Can you feel the love flow? Everybody here is breathing, everybody here is hoping. Can you feel the love grow? Everybody here is dreaming, everybody here is calling. Can you feel the love flow? Everybody lives forever in hope.
Love, worth, hope. Peace, love, worth, hope. Peace, love, worth, hope. Peace, love, worth,
You did such an amazing job on that. 2 reasons I'm jealous. So I'm going to tell you what they are. So it's really funny. So the ending, if you hear the version that's on the Hope album, there's a little part that goes dun 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 dun. That's that little ending. We got it wrong. It was supposed to be a lot louder, and all the faders had come down just enough that it wasn't as loud as I wanted it to be. So I remember that we went through the entire mix like 10 times to try to make that last bit louder. This is before computers, and had there been computers, we could have just edited that last part in. But because at the time that's not the way things were done. That end piece I don't know what that was, but it just freaked me out. Are you guys hearing that? I don't know what that is, but it freaked me out. It literally sounded like a monster's coming through my wall. And I still hear it. I don't know. So, I don't know what's happening. It sounds okay. Hold on. I have no idea what that is, but I hear a weird sound in my headphones, and I don't know if you guys can hear it, but